Number 1, determine if the following are arithmetic, the common difference in the next 3 terms. You can write the problems if you want. If you don't feel like writing them, then that's fine. You do need to write down the work, but writing down the problem is optional. Okay? What does it mean if they're arithmetic? Yeah, very good. So I'll write that as they have the same number every time. So that's what that means. So we need to figure out what they are going by. Ethan, how do I figure out what they're going by? What could you type in the calculator? Perfect. What do you get, anybody? Okay, then I would type in my calculator negative 13 minus negative 7. What does that give you? Negative 6. Thank you to whoever said that. Okay. So coal is the answer to this one, yes or no? No. Very good. And why is it no? They're not the same. Okay. Number or B. Eden, what would I need to type in my calculator? Good. Anybody done that? 1.7. All right, then I type in 54.9 minus 53.2, and you get 1.7 again. So Jasmine, is this one a yes or a no? It is a yes. Ashley, what letter do we use for common difference? And so that is 1.7. And Dan, how do we get the next 3 terms? Good. Shh. Anybody done that? Added 1.7? Good. Okay. All right, so let's review from yesterday. Any questions? Okay. All right. Number 2, find a sub 8 given a sub 1 is 4 and d equals negative 7. Anybody, how are we going to do this one? What are we going to use? The formula. Good. The one that's on the board. All right, so we're going to use that formula. AN equals A1 plus DN minus 1. Okay, so we're using that formula. Sterling, help me set it up. What goes in for AN? Good. What goes in for A1? For D? For N? Good. So the N comes from the subscript number. So the N is 8, and 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay? Type that all in your calculator. Type it all in. 4 plus negative 7 times 7. Type it all in. All right? Anybody? Sorry, I didn't hear. Negative 45? Okay. All right, number 3, find a sub 20 for the sequence 7, 3, negative 1, and negative 5. Gabriel, help me set this one up. What's going to go in for AN? Good. What goes in for A1? Very good. This is A1. What goes in for D? Very good. So, guys, D is whatever it's going by. So, it's going by negative 4. So, that's your D. And, Gabriel, what's your N? Very good. N is 20, and she went ahead and did 20 minus 1. Okay? Guys, what do you do next? Type in your calculator. Okay. Questions on those two? All right. Number 4, given A1 is negative 40 and A200 is 955, what is the common difference? Jacob, help me set this one up using the formula. What do I write? Good. So N comes from the subscript. There you go. Okay. What could you write instead of 955 if you wanted? Yep, A200, and then you would plug in 955. Okay, so some of y'all do it different ways. Okay. All right, good, Cheyenne. So the next thing I need to do, Kendra, what do you have to do next? Yes, what else do I have to do? What has to move? Yeah, did you say that? Okay. Okay, so that gives me 995. And Jonathan, what would you have to do last? Yep. Parentheses mean to multiply, so the opposite of that is divide. All right, anybody the answer? All right, number 5, given the 60th term is 362 and the common difference is 6, what is the 5th term? Since this one's a word problem, let's write down what we know. Mason, what's one thing we know? So the way I write that is A60, 60th term, A60 is 362. That's how I write it on my paper. Okay. Austin, C, what else do I know? Sorry? Thank you. How do you write that? D equals 6. Okay. All right, and so that's all we're given. So let's plug that into the formula. Carter, how would I set it up? What would I write? Good. So 59 came from 60 minus 1. Okay. All right, Jesse, what would you have to do next? Yep. Anybody? 354? All right. Then what? Anybody? Okay. All right, Rudy, what is the question asking for? The 5th term. Have we found that yet? No. Okay. So what you have to do next is use the formula again. Okay, if you don't have the final answer, you're gonna have to use the formula again. So my second step is to use the formula. Okay, so now I'm trying to find the 5th term. So I'm trying to find A sub 5. So that's my next step. Okay. All right, Autumn, help me set this one up. So A sub 5 equals, what goes in for A1? 8. What goes in for D? 6. And in this step, what is in this step? So you take 5 and you subtract 1, which gives you 4. Okay? All right, then I can type this in my calculator. And that's my answer. Okay? Any questions on that one? Okay. Yep. Okay, so I need the n, and in this step, because I'm done with this now, so in this step, the n is 5. All right, number 6. Given the first term is 3 and the 14th term is 16, what is the 47th term? Rudy, what do I know? Yep, how do you write that? Good. AJ, what else do I know? How do I write that? Okay. All right, so now I'm ready to use the formula. Pandora, how would I set it up? Very good. So I'm going to put in 13. Good job. Okay. Laura, how would I solve that? Good. Good. Ethan, what's the question asking for? Have I done that? Mm-mm. So I have to do a second step. Okay, so Dan, help me set this one up. I'm trying to find the 47th one now. So I put A47 equals, and what gets plugged in?
3.
Yep.
46.
Very good. All right, type that all in your calculator, and it gives you 49. What? Yep. Questions? Okay. Number 7, the 16th term is 117, and the 17th term is 124. What is the 21st term of the sequence? Austin C., what's one thing I know? How do I write that? Good. Jonathan, what else do I know? So 17th, so A17 equals 124. All right, guys. Whenever you are given 2 A's and neither of them are A1, that's when you have to do the system. Whenever they give you 2 A's, neither of them are A1. So this is where you have to do the system of equations. It means you have to write 2 of them. Okay? Got to write 2 of them. All right. So my first step, I take 117 and I equal it. Do I know what A1 is? Nope. So I write A1. Do I know what D is? Okay, I know those of you who know, don't say it because I got to keep working. Okay, I don't know what D is, so I'll put a D. And what is the N that goes with 117? What's its N? 16 minus 1, yep, so 15. Okay, now I have to set up the second equation underneath it. This time I'm going to put 124 equals, I don't know A1, I don't know D. What is the N that goes with 124? 17 minus 1, which is 16. Okay. Okay, what do I do next with these? Subtract them, okay? 117 minus 124. And the A's cancel. The D's don't cancel because it's stuck with these numbers. 15 minus 16 is -1. And what do you do last? Okay, well, what is it asking for? Okay, so what I need you to do next, what I always need you to do next, is take this and plug it into the first one. That's what I always need your second step to be. Okay, I always need you to take this and plug it into the first one. Okay, so I'm going to write 117 equals, very good, A1 plus 7, parentheses, 15. No, only the first one. Just plug it into the first one. So, Ashley, what would I do next on this? Very good. That gives me 105. Then what would I do with that, Ashley? Very good. Which gives me 12 is A1. Okay, so that has to be your second step, plugging it into the top one. Have we answered their question yet? No! Whew. All right, so what are they asking us to find? The 21st. So what I do for that one is what I was doing on those last problems. I go back to my formula. A21 equals, what goes in for A1? 12. That's why I had to do this step to find 12. Plus, what goes in for D? 7. Now, on this step, what is in? 21 minus 1, which is 20. Okay, so I know it's a long problem, but luckily when you get here, you can just type it in your calculator. And we got what? Yes. Okay, good. Yes? Okay, we got 10 total problems, so we're almost there. 10 total problems. We're almost there. Number 8, the 13th term is 41. The 50th term is 189. What's the 11th term? Jasmine, tell me something I know. Yep, how do I write that? Good. Sterling, what else do I know? There we go. Good. Okay. All right, guys, what am I going to have to do on this one? Yep, why do I have to do a system? There's no A1, and I have 2 A's. Okay. All right. Carter, give it a go on setting up the first equation. Close. You got, got to go with this, the lower number, the subscript. Okay. Kendra, give it a go for the 189. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Gabrielle, what do you do next? Okay. Anybody, what happens to the A1s? 12 minus 49? Good. Okay. Cheyenne, what do you do next? That's okay. To get D by itself. Yep. Anybody? 4. Okay. All right, Jalen, what's my next step? Yes, very good. All right, Eden, help me plug it in. What do I write? So I'm going to write 41 equals, and then, yep, A1. Keep going. 12. Yep, so we're plugging 4 in for the D. Jesse, what do you do next? Yep, so 4 times 12 is 48. Then when you move it over here, you get -7 is A1. Okay. All right, and Cole, what are they asking for? Yep, so what do I write for that, Cole? Yes. Yes. Looks good. Anybody? Good. Whenever you see this, arithmetic means, they are the terms in between, which will make sense when we actually do a problem. Okay, arithmetic means are the terms in between of a sequence. So that first example is pretty basic. Circle the 3 arithmetic means between 30 and 74. So here's 30. There's 74. What are the 3 terms in between them? Okay. All right. Now, let's do an actual problem here. Find the 4 arithmetic means. So that means find the 4 numbers in between 16 and 91. Okay? What is 16? Yes. Okay? I'm going to label this one a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. So what does that make 91? A 6. Okay? Oh, I don't know. Let's do it my way and then we'll try it y'all's way. Okay? What? We're going to use the same formula we've been using. So what's going to go in for AN, you think? Good. A6. What goes in for A1? 16. Plus, do I know what D is? Nope. What goes in for N? Very good. 6 is your N, minus 1 gives you 5. All right, there's one more thing I can plug into this to help me solve it. Good. 91 goes where? A6 is. Okay, so you can skip that first step, some of y'all. But, okay, so this is the same thing we've been doing. Denise, what would you do next? Good. So that gives you, thank you. And you get 15. Okay. You don't really need to do any more work. You do need to fill in the blanks. Very good. D stands for what? The difference is 15. So I need to take 16 and add 15. What does that give me? 31. Add 15 to 76 and see if you get 91 to double check yourself. Does 76 plus 15 give you 91? Okay, so that's a check. Last one. Find the 2 arithmetic means between 52 and 10. All right, you have to do it in the order they do it or it messes you up. So you have to put 52 first and 10 last. And we're trying to find the 2 numbers between. So that's how I set it up. Makes your life easier. Okay, so 52 has to come first, 2 numbers in between, and your last one is 10. Okay? All right, Mason, how do I label these? Good. Okay. All right, so now we're going to use our formula. Jacob, what do you think goes in for AN? 10. Very good. 52 can't go in for AN because 52 is your A1. Okay, you don't want to ever put an A1 over here. Put the other one. So 10 equals 52 plus. Do I know what D is? Nope. And what is my N? So 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay. All right, Rudy, what do you do next? Yep. And Autumn, what do you do next? All right, Cheyenne, how do I get the number after 52? That goes in this blank. Very good. Take away 14. Somebody help me out. 24. And does 24 take away 14 give you 10? Good.